Every year, over 800,000 people in the United States suffer a heart attack. And when it comes to strokes, it's not any better, still more than 795,000 cases annually. But here's what's truly chilling. Most heart attacks and strokes occur in the early morning hours, often between 6 a.m. and noon. And the scariest part? Many of these events are fatal. Stroke and heart attack remain two of the leading causes of death in older adults. And while age, genetics, and pre-existing conditions do play a role, there's something else at work: your daily habits. While many factors contribute to these life-threatening events, studies have shown that certain simple morning habits, things you might do without even thinking, can significantly raise your risk. These are habits so common, so routine, that many seniors do them daily, without ever realizing the hidden danger. And by increasing your risk of heart attack or stroke, these habits are also increasing your chances of dying suddenly or suffering long-term disability. That's why in today's video, we're breaking down 7 common morning habits that could silently increase your chances of having a stroke or heart attack, especially if you're over 60. Some of these may surprise you. Please stick around till the end because the last mistake we will mention is hands down the most dangerous, and many seniors have passed away simply by ignoring it. But before we dive in, please take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps spread this potentially life-saving information to more people who need it, maybe even someone you love. Now let's get into it, starting with one habit nearly every senior does the moment they open their eyes. Starting the day. Stressed or angry? Waking up stressed or angry is one of the most dangerous ways seniors can start their day, yet it's incredibly common. Here's why it's a problem. Early in the morning, your body is already in a more vulnerable state. Cortisol, the body's stress hormone, is naturally at its peak in the first hour after waking. At the same time, blood tends to be thicker due to overnight dehydration. Blood vessels may be slightly more constricted, and magnesium levels, which help relax blood vessels, are often at their lowest. Now imagine adding emotional stress on top of that. Many seniors wake up already worrying about their health, finances, or family. Others grab their phone first thing only to find bad news, frustrating emails, or upsetting posts on social media. That instant emotional spike sends cortisol soaring even higher, which raises blood pressure, increases heart rate, and promotes blood clotting. A dangerous combination that significantly raises the risk of heart attack or stroke. In fact, studies published in Circulation and the European Heart Journal have linked morning stress and anger to a higher incidence of cardiovascular events, especially in people over 60. What seniors need in the morning isn't more stimulation, it's calm. Instead of checking your phone, try things that lower cortisol naturally: gentle stretching or walking, deep breathing exercises, drinking warm lemon water or herbal tea, spending a few minutes in prayer or gratitude. Starting the day peacefully isn't just nice, it could literally protect your heart and save your life. Not urinating right away. It might seem harmless, waking up and scrolling through your phone for a few minutes before getting out of bed, even while holding in your urine. Many seniors do this every morning without giving it a second thought, but here's why it's a problem. Your bladder fills overnight, and by morning it's usually stretched and under pressure. Holding in urine, especially first thing in the morning, triggers your sympathetic nervous system, which activates your body's stress response. This leads to a temporary spike in blood pressure and heart rate. For seniors who may already have weakened blood vessels, hypertension, or kidney issues, this extra pressure can be dangerous. According to research published in the Journal of Hypertension, urinary retention can raise systolic blood pressure by as much as 10 points or more, a significant increase that, over time or in the wrong moment, could contribute to a stroke or heart attack. Not to mention, prolonged holding can strain the kidneys, increase the risk of urinary tract infections, and worsen symptoms of an enlarged prostate. So if you wake up needing to go, go. Your emails and messages can wait. Your heart and kidneys shouldn't have to. Waking up abruptly and rushing. The alarm goes off and many seniors jump out of bed, rush to the bathroom, or start moving around quickly to begin the day. It might feel productive, but this habit can be dangerously hard on the heart. When you wake up abruptly and spring into action, your body experiences a sudden shift from rest to activity without any transition. This rapid change causes a sharp spike in heart rate and blood pressure as the sympathetic nervous system kicks in full force. And remember, in the early morning, your body is already in a high alert state, with elevated cortisol, thicker blood, and often lower oxygen levels due to shallow overnight breathing. According to cardiologists, this morning surge in blood pressure is a well-documented trigger for strokes and heart attacks, especially in people over 60. In fact, A study published in the American Journal of Hypertension found that people with higher morning surges in blood pressure had 3 times the risk of stroke. What's the better approach? Take 1 to 2 minutes to sit up slowly after waking. Stretch gently while still in bed to get your circulation moving. Breathe deeply to oxygenate your blood and reduce tension. You don't need to rush. Give your heart a gentle start. It's been working all night long. One of the most overlooked yet dangerous morning habits, especially for seniors, is skipping hydration right after waking up. After 6 to 8 hours of sleep with no fluid intake, your body wakes up in a mild state of dehydration. And this isn't just about feeling thirsty. Dehydration actually thickens your blood, making it harder for your heart to pump and increasing the risk of blood clots, stroke, and heart attack. Studies published in journals like Stroke and Circulation have linked morning dehydration to an elevated risk of cardiovascular events, particularly in older adults. Now, while many people reach for a glass of plain water, and that's a good start, there's something most don't realize. Plain water alone can dilute your body's electrolytes if your mineral balance is already low, especially sodium and potassium, which many seniors struggle with. What your body really needs first thing in the morning is gentle, electrolyte-rich hydration. This doesn't mean pounding an artificial sports drink or dumping in 1,000 milligrams of potassium. In fact, that much potassium at once can be dangerous. Instead, aim for balanced hydration with moderate amounts of sodium, magnesium, and potassium. Even something as simple as lemon water can help. It's low in sugar and contains a decent amount of potassium to support proper heart and muscle function. So before you reach for your phone or your coffee, reach for hydration. It's one of the simplest ways to support your heart and prevent a dangerous start to your day. After waking up, many seniors fall into the habit of sitting for long periods, maybe drinking coffee, watching the news, or scrolling through their phones, for an hour or more before moving around. It feels relaxing, but staying sedentary in the morning can silently increase your risk of stroke, blood clots, and heart attack. Here's why. Overnight, circulation slows down, and the blood becomes slightly thicker and stickier. If you remain inactive after waking, that sluggish circulation continues. Especially in seniors, this can lead to pooling of blood in the lower limbs, higher risk of clot formation, and increased insulin resistance, all of which are risk factors for cardiovascular events. A study in the Journal of the American Heart Association found that people who sit for long periods without interruption, especially in the morning, have significantly higher rates of cardiovascular disease and early death, regardless of how much they exercise later in the day. What's the fix? Within 30 minutes of waking, do some light movement, like a short walk, stretching, or gentle yoga. Even 3 to 5 minutes of walking or moving your legs can improve circulation and lower your morning cardiovascular risk. You don't have to hit the gym, just don't stay still for hours. Your heart was built to move, not to sit in silence for the start of the day. Drinking coffee before water. It's a morning ritual for millions' eyes barely open, and the coffee's already brewing. But if you're reaching for coffee before water, especially as a senior, you might be doing more harm than good. What feels like a harmless pick-me-up could actually be silently stressing your heart at the worst possible time of day. When you wake up, your body is already slightly dehydrated from hours of sleep. Coffee, being a natural diuretic, pulls more water out of your system, further thickening the blood and making your heart work harder to pump it. Thicker blood increases the chances of blood clots, which can lead to heart attacks or strokes. On top of that, caffeine stimulates the adrenal glands, increasing cortisol and adrenaline levels, stress hormones that raise blood pressure and heart rate. If your heart is already under strain from dehydration, this early caffeine jolt can be risky. What should you do instead? Start your day with a glass of water first, ideally with a pinch of sea salt or a squeeze of lemon for added electrolytes. Wait at least 20 to 30 minutes before having coffee, giving your body a chance to replenish fluids and balance circulation. It's a small shift that can make a big difference. Hydrate first, energize second. Your heart will thank you for it. Ignoring mild morning headaches or vision changes. This one might not seem like a habit, but it's hands down one of the most dangerous mistakes seniors make in the morning. Ignoring subtle warning signs that the body is trying to send. Waking up with a mild headache, slight dizziness, or blurry vision might be brushed off as nothing. Maybe just poor sleep, skipping a meal, or needing coffee. But for those over 60, these seemingly minor symptoms can be early red flags of a stroke or heart attack in progress. Morning is the riskiest time, when blood pressure naturally spikes, cortisol is elevated, and blood is thicker from dehydration. It's during this window that the signs of something more serious often appear, and are far too often ignored. Signs of an early stroke may include sudden blurred or double vision, slurred speech trouble, understanding words, weakness or numbness on one side of the body, loss of balance or coordination, a sudden severe headache, or even a subtle one that feels off. Signs of an early heart attack can include pressure tightness or pain in the chest, even if mild pain radiating to the neck, jaw, shoulder, or arm, shortness of breath, cold sweat fatigue, or unusual dizziness upon waking. Tragically, many seniors have passed away because they ignored a mild symptom in the morning, believing it would pass. But studies show that early treatment within the first few hours can mean the difference between life and death, or disability and full recovery. So if you ever feel something just isn't right, don't wait it out. Go to the hospital immediately. It's always better to be safe than sorry. Catching a stroke or heart attack early could save your life. And there you have it. 7 common morning habits that could silently raise your risk of stroke or heart attack, especially if you're over 60. If any of these sound familiar, don't panic, but do take action. And always remember to consult your healthcare provider before making any major changes to your routine. Your health deserves expert guidance. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more life-saving tips and health information tailored just for you. Thanks for watching, and take care of your heart every morning.